Hi, Jason, Wolfhound, Bruce of Liddesdale GAOMG. All of my discoveries that I made about finding, my lineage, my Bruce direct line through Best to Mitchiner, and you can see all of the border reavers lines like the Hardin in here, Oliver. That my descendant married a Jamie Oliver and inherited all that 650 acres of land in Wade Plantation, North Carolina. That you can see 1822. You can see the name change. You can see all of the land inheritance, and it's the two falls of my Bruce Liddesdale line. It's the first fall, at Dublin Moor, losing Hermitage Castle by the disinherited Balliol, Neville, all of that hunted, and then coming back as a an able-bodied Protestant, warrior in Ulster, and fighting for the landholders in Ulster, and winning the siege of Derry, with the Johnston, Smiley, all of my ancestors that I'm intermarried with. I mean, Johnston Smiley comes directly from my grandmother to my Bruce line, and my Bruce line Best. You can see their names in this, and Charles Best, the brother, gave a deposition, sworn deposition and everything. It's unbelievable, and my ancestor is right there in 1792, Chester district in South Carolina. George Best marries Louisa Hardin, and you can see it all, and all the intermarriages and everything. But that's the second fall of my line. So my line, fell at Hermitage, Battle of Dublin Moor, and then rebuilt itself, winning in Ulster, the siege of Derry, and acquiring all of that land, in the Revolutionary War time, 1792. And then in the Civil War, acquiring 650 acres in Wade Plantation. That's where my line, in Chester, South Carolina, and Wade Plantation, my line was back up. And then the Civil War broke out and lost everything again. So it's the fall of my line twice. And now it's the resurrection, the third time by me. And when I say my, I'm going to kill my biological father, the lieutenant colonel, special forces, third group, Protestant chaplain. It's metaphorically, just like the radio did, wouldn't show up or anything, but I went out and had a fight and get my victory, no matter what. Same with Rupert Murdoch. It's destroying any did, physically, that'd be the radio did. Mentally, Rupert Murdoch fired everybody while he's getting record profits during COVID, and still getting winning $1.47 million for everyone, not just me, everyone that got fired by him. And then emotionally, it's destroying my biological father. I mean, you're seeing the battle of the Bruce's will. My biological father is set with his Protestant fanatical religion and his ways and everything like that, and there's no breaking me. I never will believe in man-made religion ever. I believe in my Y-DNA from King Robert the Bruce through his firstborn son, Sir Robert Bruce, Lord of Liddesdale, and my MT DNA that goes straight to the old north of Scotland, indigenous to the land. It's the Coos, the real Wolfhound, now the Scottish Deerhound, and then the Shetland ponies, and my maternal line, all hanging out there. The pigs, Kingdom, Strathclyde, Cumberland, all of that stuff. Anyway, I'm writing my book now, all of 2027. I know who I am. Mitchiner's a paper name, Best used for the borders and through Ulster, paper name, all of my DNA, Bruce, and then it went to Best during the borders in Ulster. And then finally Mitchiner to get that huge plantation, 650 acres, from the marriage with Oliver. So those are all the goals that we have. Is the first one is to finish all my book that connects my trilogies. And then the second one is for everybody in the Scotland. 2028 is when the second referendum is passed. Everybody votes yes. And then the third is me coming to Scotland and destroying my biological father emotionally. You know, he failed as a Bruce in every physical aspect. He has all of that, but he's not smarter than me, stronger than me. I am the superior Bruce that defeats my biological father. He didn't go all the way. He knows he's not a Best or a Mitchiner, but he did not figure out that he is a Bruce. I did. And he will die Best of the Mitchiners, and I will die who I truly am. Jason Wolfhound, Bruce of Liddesdale GAOMG, greatest author of my generation. Cheers.